Hello everyone, and again, welcome to Prismad. Ang topic natin for today is about the systems of linear equations in two variables. The objectives of this lesson, number one, illustrates a system of linear equations in two variables. B, graph a system of linear equations in two variables and categorizes when a system of linear equations in two variables has graphs that are parallel, intersecting, and coinciding. Linear equation. A linear equation is an equation in two variables which can be written in two forms. So these are the standard form and the slope-intercept form. Standard form, we have ax plus by equals c, where a, b, and c are real numbers and a, b are not equal to 0. While the slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. M and b are real numbers. So these are the two forms of linear equations in two variables, standard form and the slope-intercept form. Systems of linear equations in two variables. A system of linear equations is when we have two or more linear equations working together. So we have two or more linear equations, and we call this system of linear equations. We have your ax, a sub 1 x plus b sub 1 y equals c sub 1. That will be your first line. And a sub 2x plus b sub 2y equals c sub 2. And that will be your second line. In a linear system of equations with two variables and two equations, the graph of each equation in the system is a line. So we all know that the linear equation two variable, the given graph is a line. And therefore, the system of equation with two variables and two equations, the graph of each equation in the system is a line. We have three kinds of system of linear equations in two variables. The first one, we have the consistent and independent system. The second one, consistent and dependent system. And number three, inconsistent system. Consistent and independent system. This is a system of linear equations having exactly one solution. So we have one solution. The slopes of the lines defined by the equations are not equal. So the slopes are not equal. Their y-intercepts could be equal or unequal. So it can be equal or unequal. Their graphs intercept. We have the given graph, and this will be your intersecting lines. So the two lines are intersect and meet at exactly one point only. And this one, we have one solution. So we have only one solution. And what is solution? We say solution, a solution of a system of linear equations is an ordered pair. We have the x and y that satisfies both equations. So we call that solution that satisfies both equations. We have the examples or the example. The system of equation x plus y equals 5, then x minus y equals 1 is consistent and independent. The slopes of their lines are not equal. Their y-intercept could be equal or unequal, and their graph intercept. So this will be your first equation. So x plus y equals 5. Then the second equation is x minus y equals 1. Now, first, all you have to do is you change this standard form into slope-intercept form to find the slope and the y-intercept. We have the solution. Again, we have x plus y equals 5. Then all you have to do is you transpose x then you isolate y on the left side. So kailangan tanggalin natin yung x, ililipat natin sa kabila. Transpose. Then if this one is positive, then change to negative. Now if this one is negative, then change to positive. So we have y equals, so that will be your negative x, y negative x, because this one is positive x, transpose, we have negative x, then copy positive 5. And therefore, this will be your slope-intercept form. So we have your m, and when say m, that will be the coefficients of the variable x. And therefore, we have negative 1. So we have negative 1 here. And then your y-intercept, that will be your positive 5. Next, after you change this standard form into slope-intercept form, and after you identify the value of m and b, then the next one is the second equation. We have your x minus y equals 1. Then again, you need to change this standard form into slope-intercept form. So again, you transpose x. So kailangan i-isolate natin yung y on the left side. So we have x minus y equals 1, and then transpose x. So therefore, we have negative y, bring down negative y, and then equals, when then we have your x transpose, it will become negative x. Then we have positive 1. And then your y is negative. To remove the negative sign, all you have to do is you divide the equation, both the equation by negative 1 to eliminate this negative sign. So, kailangan positive yung y mo palagi. Then, we have your positive y. Then, equals negative, negative. The answer is positive x. Then, positive divided into negative, and the answer is negative 1. Then after you change this standard form into the slope-intercept form, so therefore this will be your slope-intercept form. Then you identify the value of m and b. So therefore your m, we have your positive 1, m, that will be the slope. We say m, it means slope. Then your b, that will be your y-intercept, and therefore we have negative 1. So this will be your slope of the first equation and the y-intercept, and this will be your slope of the second equation, and the y-intercept is negative 1. Then after that, we have the graph using the Cartesian plane. So we have your x plus y equals 5. This will be your first equation in the given example. And then we all know that your slope is negative 1 and your b is positive 5. B, y-intercept, it can be also 0 and 5. Then first, all you have to do is you plot 0, 5. So we have x is 0 and your y is given, which is positive 5. And therefore, you move 5 units up or above the x-axis. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will be your point. And then after that, this will be your slope, negative 1. So we all know that slope is rise over run, and therefore your rise is negative 1 and your run is positive 1. So if we have negative slope, and therefore you move up and then you move left of the y-axis because we have negative. Now if this one is positive, so you move to the right. So therefore, using this point, instead of using the point of origin, using this point, so we have 0, 5. Then you move up or down. So we have negative. So therefore, you move below the x-axis. So first we have up because we have rise up, and then this one is negative. We have negative, and therefore you move to the left of the y-axis. then this will be your point. And this point, they call it -1 and 6. So this will be your ordered pair. We have -1 and 6. And then after that, we have 2 points. So we need at least 2 points. So therefore, these are the 2 points. And then draw a line to connect the 2 points. So therefore, this will be your graph. So we have x plus y equals 5. Next one, the second one is x minus y equals 1. That will be your second equation. And this will be the slope. We have +1 and your b is -1. So again, b, that will be your y-intercept, and therefore your x is 0 and your y is -1. So if we have -1 and therefore this will be the x-axis, so you move below the x-axis 1 unit only. So we have 1. And therefore, this will be your point. And then after that, your m is +1. So using the formula, that will be your rise over run. And therefore, your rise is +1 and your run is +1 also. And therefore, you move up 1 unit. Then you move to the right of the y-axis 1 unit, and therefore this will be your point. And this point is, they call it 1 and 0. So your x is 1 and your y is 0. And then after that, so we have 2 points using a line to connect the 2 points to get the graph of this second equation. So therefore, this will be your line. And therefore, this will be your x minus y equals 1. Then this will be your point of intersection. So we have point of intersection, we have 3 and +2. So therefore, this will be your solution set, or the solution of this graph, or of this example. So we have point of intersection. So we have 3, then 2. So this will be your solution. Note, if both slopes and y-intercept are different, then the lines are intersecting. The y-intercept can be the same but not for the slope. So it can be, the y can be the same but not for slope. So kailangan iba yung slope, kahit yung y-intercept pareho o kaya hindi pareho, okay lang. Kasi sabi niya, your y-intercept can be equal or unequal, but your slope are not equal. Next, we have consistent independent system, point of intersection. So this will be the point of intersection, and this will be your solution. So we have your x plus y equals 5. Let us check if this one is the solution of the two given equation. So we have x plus y equals 5. Then all you have to do is change x to 3 and then change y to 2. Then equals 5. Then you add, and therefore we have 5 equals 5. And therefore the answer is true, wherein this ordered pair satisfy this given equation. So if you substitute this value of x and y to this first equation, it satisfies the equation. So it means true. 5 equals to 5 is true. They are equal. Next one, we have the x minus y equals 1. Tignan natin kung magsasatisfy itong x minus y equals 1. Kung ito ba ay one of the solution of this equation. Then we have 3 minus 2. So your y is 2. 3 minus 2, the answer is 1 equals 1. So therefore, they are equal. And it means that this will be the solution of this second equation. So therefore, both of the equations are true. And this will be the solution. And we have one solution only, because the given graph is, they call it intersecting line. So therefore, we have only one solution. So that will be your consistent and independent system. We have only one solution. Next one, we have consistent and dependent system. Kanina, consistent and independent system. But this time, we have consistent and dependent system. This is a system of linear equations having exactly infinite many solutions. So kanina, yung independent, one solution. But this one is many solution. The slope of the lines defined by the equations are equal. So the slope are equal and their y-intercept are also equal. And their graphs coincide. So therefore, this will be your given graph. So, kumbaga yung isang line at saka yung isang line, magkasama sila. So, these are the points on this line are both the solution. So, therefore, we have infinitely many solutions. So, lahat ng solution dito, kamukha lang yung solution ng isang graph kasi magkasama sila. Okay? So, infinitely many solution. So, many solution tayo. Then we have the example. The system of equations 3x plus 2y equals 6 and 6x plus 4y equals 12 is they call it consistent and dependent. The slope of their lines are equal and their y-intercept are also equal and their graph coincide. So we have the first equation, 3x plus 2y equals 6. So this will be your first equation. Now, ang gagawin natin, kukunin natin yung slope at saka yung y-intercept. So before we identify the slope and the y-intercept, first you change the standard form into slope-intercept form. So we have the solution, and then we have 3x plus 2y equals 6. Then all you have to do, you transpose 3x. Then we need to find the value of y. We need to find the y on the left side to let us isolate y on the left side. So therefore, we have 2y equals to transpose this one. We have negative 3x plus 6. And then kailangan natin ng y. So this one we have 2. 2y. So to eliminate positive 2, then all you have to do is you divide both sides of the equation by positive 2. Then para ma-eliminate to, para matanggal yung 2. So we have y. Then equals, so we have negative 3, then 2. So we have negative 3x over 2. Then plus 6 divided into 2, and therefore we have positive 3. And your slope is negative 3 over 2. And your y-intercept is positive 3. So this will be your slope, and this will be your y-intercept of this first equation. Then how about the second equation? 6x plus 4y equals 12. Then solution. So again, you change this standard form into slope-intercept form. So we have transpose this one, 6x. So copy 4y equals, then we have negative 6x plus 12. Then all you have to do is to eliminate this positive 4 para matanggal lang yan. Ang gagawin natin is you divide both sides of the equation by 4. Then ika-cancel natin to or i-divide natin. So we have y then equals. Then this one 6x over 4 negative. Then simplify this one. Then we have negative 3x over 2. Then plus 12 divided into 4, we have 3. So therefore, your m, that will be your negative 3 over 2, and your b is positive 3. Now, look at this given example. The slope are equal, and the y-intercept are also equal. So, ikagraph na natin using the Cartesian plane. So, first equation, then second equation, ito yun, 3x plus 2y equals 6, then 6x plus 2y equals 12. Then we have your slope. We have negative 3 over 2. Ayan na nakuha natin kanina. And your B is positive 3 or it can be 0, 3 because B, they call it the y-intercept wherein your x is 0 and your y is given which is positive 3. Then, ipa-plot natin yung 0 and 3. So we have positive y, 3. So moving up or above the x-axis. So 1, 2, then 3. So this will be your point. And then after you get the, after you plot 0 and 3, and then this time we have m equals to rise over run. So we have negative 3 over 2. So if we have negative, so you move uh, on the left side of the y-axis. Then we have using this point, the y-intercept. So we have move, rise up 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 2. But this one we have negative 2. So move 2 units to the left of the y-axis. So 1, 2. And therefore this will be your point. So we have 2 points. So to get the graph of this first equation, so you connect the 2 points using a line. So gagawa tayo ng line. So again, so this will be your point. We have negative 2 and 6. Then i-connect natin yung dalawang point using a line. So yan ang magiging line mo. And therefore, this will be your 3x plus 2y equals 6. Next, same tayo. Pareho lang yung slope at saka yung y-intercept. So again, 0 and 3. This will be your y-intercept. So pareho lang. Ayan yan. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 1, 2, 3. And then moving rise up 1, 2, 3. And then 2 run to the left side. So 1, 2. So ito yan. Pareho lang sila. So therefore, ito yung magiging graph mo. And therefore, this will be the first one. We have 3x plus 2y equals 6. And the second one is 6x plus 4y equals 12. So magkasama sila. And we call this coinciding lines. Wherein lahat ng point dito, parehong-pareho yung solution ng first and second equation. So they call it consistent and dependent system. So mag-check tayo ngayon. So note if both slope and y-intercept are the same, the line are coinciding or they call it coinciding line. So we have the consistent and dependent system. So point of intersection, kukuha tayo ng 2 and 0. So then we have 3x plus 2y equals 6. This will be your first equation. Now you substitute the value of x wherein your x is positive 2. Change x to positive 2. Then we have 3 multiply 2. Then 2 times 0. So y change to 0. So 2 multiply 0 and therefore the answer is 0. 3 times 2 we have 6. So therefore we have 6 equals 6. So it means we have true. Wherein this ordered pair is one of the solution of this equation. Then how about 6x plus 4y equals 12? So again, substitute your x is 2, your y is 0. Then we have 6 times 2 is 12. And then 4 times 0, we have 0. So we have 12 equals 12. So therefore, it means equal. Next, how about 0 and 3? Point of intersection, 0 and 3. So we have 3x plus 2y equals 6. Then we have 3 times 0 plus 2 times 0. We have 6 equals 6. So therefore, the statement is true. And this will be the solution of this equation. So ito yung solution niya. So kung ito i-substitute mo dito, magiging equal sila kung i-check mo. And then 6x plus 4y equals 12. And therefore, 6 times 0 is 0. Then 4 times 3, we have 12 equals 12. So therefore, the statement is true. And this will be also the solution of this equation. So therefore, we have many solutions. So yung kanina, one solution lang tayo. But this one, dependent system, we have many solution. Next, we have the inconsistent system. This is a system of linear equations having no solution. So wala siyang solution. The slopes of the lines defined by the equations are equal. Their y-intercepts are not equal. Their graphs are parallel. So this will be the graph. And we have no solution kasi hindi sila nag-intersect, hindi siya nagko-coinciding line. So therefore, wala siyang solution. And we have the example, the system of equations 2x minus y equals 5, then the other one is 2x minus y equals 3, is inconsistent system. The slopes of their lines are equal, but their y-intercept are not equal. So the graph is parallel. When we say parallel line, these are the two lines that never intersect. So we have 2x minus y equals 5. So ang gagawin natin, i-change natin ito ng slope-intercept form para makuha natin yung y-intercept and also the slope of a line. So we have the solution. So we have 2x minus y equals 5. So ito transpose natin yung 2x. And therefore, we have negative y equals negative 2x plus 5. But this one is negative. So kailangan natin tanggalin yung negative. Ang kailangan natin kasi is positive y. So divide both sides of the equation by negative 1. Negative, negative, the answer is positive y equals to 2 over 1 or 2 divided into 1. Of course, the answer is positive 2x. Then we have negative 5. And therefore, your slope is positive 2. So the slope is positive 2. And your y-intercept is negative 5. So this will be your slope and this will be your y-intercept. And this will be the slope-intercept form. Next, how about the second equation, 2x minus y equals 3? So again, we have the solution. Change this standard form into slope-intercept form. So you transpose, and then we have negative y equals to negative 2x plus 3. Then divide both sides of the equation by negative 1 to eliminate this negative sign. So therefore, we have y equals to positive 2x negative 3 because positive divided into negative, the answer is negative 3. So we have the slope is equal to 2 and your y is equal to negative 3. Now look at this example. The slope are equal, but the y-intercept are not equal. So this one is an example of inconsistent system. So inconsistent system, the given graph. So the first equation, we have 2x minus y equals 5. So this will be the slope of this equation and the y-intercept. First, using the y-intercept, we have 0 and negative 5. That will be your y-intercept, wherein your x is 0. So we have moving 5 units below the x-axis. So 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5. So this will be your point. And then after that, using this point, then the slope is equal to positive 2. And therefore, we have rise over run 2 over 1. So using this point, then you move 2 units to above the x-axis. 1, 2, and then 1 unit to the right of the y-axis, then 1, and therefore this will be your point. And this point, we have 1 and negative 3. Then after that, so this will be your point, 1 and negative 3. So these are the 2 points. So using a line, connect the 2 points using a line. So this will be your graph of 2x minus y equals 5. And how about the second equation? 2x minus y equals 3. And therefore, this will be the slope of this equation. And this will be your y-intercept. Or it can be 0 and negative 3. So we have 0 and negative 3. And therefore, your x is 0. But we have your y is negative 3. And therefore, you move 3 units below the x-axis. 3 units. 1, 2, 3. And then after that, so we using the slope. We all know that the slope is rise over run. So we have 2 over 1. So 2, it means up, 2 units up to the x-axis. 1, 2, and then 1 unit to the right of the y-axis. Then this will be our point. And this point is, they call it 1 and negative 1. And then after that, we have 2 points. So, okay na yung 2 points. And then using a line to connect these 2 points. So, therefore, this will be your 2x minus y equals 3. And now, look at this graph. And we have parallel lines. You see, parallel lines, again, these are the two lines that never intersect. And therefore, no solution tayo. Note, if the slopes are the same while its y-intercept are different, then the lines are parallel. So we have no solution. System of linear equations, two variables. So let us summarize kung ano yung tatlong system of linear equation, two variables. So these are the consistent and dependent. We have consistent and independent. So pareho silang consistent, but the other one is dependent and independent. Wherein kapag sinabing consistent, may solution sila. Yung isa, meron siyang isang solution, but the other one is many solutions. So ito yung, then we have the second one, and the third one, we have inconsistent system. So meron tayong inconsistent system. Then, number of solution. So, ang number of solution ng consistent and dependent system, many solutions siya. Then, consistent and independent, one solution only. And inconsistent system is no solution. Many solution, one solution, no solution. How about the graph? The graph of consistent and dependent system, coinciding lines, while the graph of consistent and independent, intersecting lines. And inconsistent system is parallel lines. So how about the slope and the y-intercept of consistent and dependent system? The slope are equal and your y-intercept are also equal. So lahat equal, slope and y-intercept. While consistent and independent, the slope are not equal, but your y-intercept, it can be equal or not equal. Next, we have inconsistent system. Inconsistent system, the slope are equal, but the y-intercept are not equal. So, ito yung slope and the y-intercept. So, yung isa, equal pareho. Yung isa naman, hindi equal yung slope, pero pwede ring equal at saka not equal yung y-intercept. But, inconsistent system, the slope are equal, but not the y-intercept. So, your y-intercept, unequal sila. Thank you for watching and I hope you learned something. Bye!